There was a point in my life where I didn't want to live, and I haven't talked about it too much. Life was colorless, and I was caught in a deep cycle of depression. It was so bad that I remember not even caring if I got hit by a car. I would wake up and I'd want to stay in bed. I would dread going through the next day. There are so many people today struggling with suicidal thoughts and not wanting to live, and I feel obligated to share how I did a complete 180 and shifted into the best version of myself without a therapist or anyone else really helping me outside of myself. Looking back years later, it's pretty clear to me how I got to this point. I wasn't satisfied with myself. Deep down, I knew I had potential that I wasn't living up to. I wasn't able to authentically express myself or pursue my passions. I didn't truly like what I was doing because I didn't feel a connection with it. I was treating myself like I was eating terribly, and I wasn't aware of the correlation that it had with my mental state. I was out of shape, I was insecure with my body image, and I was drinking a lot, of course, because I was in college, and again, wasn't fully aware of the effect that it was having on my psyche. It's like the deeper part of me wanted to be something else, but my actions weren't reflecting that. I was completely incongruent, and I wasn't aligned with anything. And I had absolutely no idea that I could completely transform how I felt on a daily basis, and that there was a higher level of feeling that I could get to. I hit a point where I was so fed up and unsatisfied with where I was at in life that I would literally do anything to fix it. Since I did the following and completely shifted my life out of that really low state, I can honestly say I haven't had a bad day since. First, I started bombarding myself with information related to self-improvement, success, and positivity. I learned about the subconscious mind and how to rewire my brain. I learned that I could change the beliefs that I had about myself. I realized that I could completely shift my perspective on life, and every empowering book I read or YouTube video I watched rewired myself a little bit more. My external life is only a reflection of my internal state. My beliefs create my reality. I am only getting back what I put out. The people that I attract, the circumstances that I attract are all a reflection of my internal state. Change must be made first from within instead of forcing change externally. I would be analyzing myself like crazy, observing the beliefs that limited my potential and actively trying to shift them. I took control of my reality and became responsible for the outcomes that I got in life. I empowered myself as the creator of my life instead of the mentality that things are only happening to me and I have no control over them. Life started to become a game that I could master. I realized that I was super afraid to fail and that it was increasing my anxiety. But then I read a book called Failing Forward by John C. Maxwell, and that taught me how to transform negative experiences into positives. I started seeking failure because now failure was only a learning experience. The quicker I failed, the faster I learned. I started putting myself in uncomfortable situations because I knew it would make me stronger. I really started examining myself, and I came to a huge realization that every little decision had the power to alter the direction that my life would take. I read The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, and in it, he mentioned that in life, there is no such thing as being stagnant. You are either getting better or worse with every decision that you make. And I started compounding positive decisions on top of each other and trusted that even if I didn't see huge results at first, each little decision would add up over time. It's uncomfortable to make decisions that you aren't used to making, even if they are positive. For years, we may have been caught in a cycle of negativity, and it's almost like our mind wants to keep us stuck, wants to keep us from altering our life to keep us safe. But the more you take action in the positive direction, the more your momentum will shift, and the more it becomes like second nature. I discovered meditation and it taught me how to control my mind. I'm not going to spend time talking about it because I've mentioned it in multiple other videos. I'll link one here. I had a summer where I almost went crazy into learning about health. Money is not wealth. Health is the true wealth. I cut out unprocessed foods, made my own food, and lost a lot of weight. I learned about the importance of nutrients and which ones I was lacking in. I learned the importance of good sleep. I probably went to extreme with it, And since then, I found a balance. But my brain power and mood completely shifted because the toxicity that I used to have was no longer holding me down. I completely transformed how I showed up in life. I found an amazing sense of mental clarity. And from where I was at before in that really low mental state, I couldn't even fathom feeling like I did when I made these shifts. I was super honest with what I wanted to do in life. I wanted to get into finance when I was younger, but realized that I only wanted to do it to make money. So I started chasing what my heart wanted. I started peeling back the layers of my purpose. Over time, I got to the point where I was truly able to dive into what I actually want to do, which is to help others get out of the low mental state that I was in and share my experience, which then manifested itself as the Higher Self Project. So I hope this video at least provided a little motivation to change, to take full responsibility for your life. I hope that someone who is struggling with the thought of suicide or hopelessness or depression sees this and it helps to pull them together. Don't forget to give the video a like and comment any feedback that you have and subscribe to support the channel. Peace.